Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel and it is Sunday, June 8th, 2025. This is a channel where I share progress on my cross stitch. This past month, May, I was able to get work done on all of my project, all 11 of my full coverage projects. I got around 1,000 stitches or so on each of them. And I also was able to find earlier this year, before I started my Flosstube channel, I had written down goals for each of my projects and hadn't been able to find it. But then I was able to find it this past month, so I will be going over my goals for each project that I want to get done by this year as I get to them. So let's get started. The first project that I worked on is Jelly World. This is the project that I have in the Haid Sal 2025 Sal. So you can't just get this project on the website at all. It's called Jelly World. It is the artist is L&L Designs, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And here's where I've gotten to. So on this project, my goal, the goal essentially is to get, I think, 6 pages before the end of this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to get there, but we'll see. I got a total of 1,013 stitches done on this, getting from 11.92% to 13.83%. This is on 20 count easy grid Ada, 1/1 full cross. And the percentage I just gave you is of the first 2 installments, not of the entire piece. So here we go. This is what I've got done. Work down here in the jellyfish. Almost done with this page. All right. The next project is Change of Seasons. This is charted by Mystic Stitch, or it was charted by Mystic Stitch. They no longer exist. And I don't know if you can get this project anywhere else. It is Change of Seasons 1, I believe. And this is on 22 count Hardanger, 1/1 full cross. I was working up here, filling in, trying to finish this page. And this project's goal is to get to 5%. I did 1,089 stitches. That is exactly 1% on this project, getting it from 3.88% to 4.88%. Now, with these goals, some of them, like this one, it's almost there, almost to the 5%. And I'm not sure if once I get there, if I'm going to set it aside and continue to work on the projects that aren't done with their goal and then pick it back up when I've finished all of my project's goals, or if I'm just going to continue working on them. I haven't quite decided that yet. Okay. The next project is Mother's Love. This one was also charted by Mystic Stitch. And I don't know if you can get this pattern anywhere since Mystic Stitch no longer exists. This is where I was working on the bonnet section, and I'm just continuing down here. I will be in the background for a while. This project's goal is 20% this year, and I did exactly what I did. 1,016 stitches, getting from 10.32% to 12.35% done. This is also on 22 count Hardanger, 1/1 full cross. The next project was Sun Worship. This one is charted by Stitching Jules Designs. She is here on Flosstube, as well as she has an Etsy shop and a normal website that's just stitchingjulesdesigns.com, I believe. This is Sun Worship again. My goal on this one is 20%. I did 1,147 stitches on this. Again, just up here filling in the page. This one is on 18 count, 2/1 full cross. I got it from 10.33% to 13.87% complete. All right. My next project is Mandala 42. This is charted by Cross Stitch Collectibles. This project is on 25 count, easy count. And here we are. This one's goal is 5%. And I did 1,031 stitches on this. Worked up in here. I really like how the details are coming through. And I started down here. It is very confetti heavy, but it's worth it. I got it from 0.34% to 1.49% complete. Still some ways to go to get to this one's goal. The next project is a restart. This was Mandala 60, also charted by Cross Stitch Collectibles. I originally had it, if you remember, on this black fabric. And I did the black originally so that I thought the colors would pop more on the black. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the actual black stitching, but I did do it anyways so I could find my way easier. It's hard working on the just black fabric. But I don't think that the pattern is going to be very sharp, like the points of the flower petals isn't going to be very sharp looking from far away. And it's just difficult working on this fabric, so I decided to restart it. This was 25 count. And I restarted it on 20 count easy grid fabric. And I got 125 stitches on this this rotation before I decided to restart it. It was at 1.36%. Here's the restart. It feels backwards for some reason because it goes this way. This is what I've got done. Is it backwards? I don't know. This is what I've gotten done on this. I got 1,122 stitches done, getting it to 2.66%. So I'm further than it was on the black fabric. And again, this is 20 count, easy grid. And this time I'm doing 2/1 to see if I can get better coverage, because I have 20 count for Jelly World, but the coverage could be better. I don't mind it too much, but I decided to try the 2/1 because this is a bigger count than the 22. It is getting a bit thick up here, and it was getting hard to get my needle in and out. But it wasn't as bad as when I was trying it on 22 count, so we'll keep trucking along with it. The way I'm working on this, sorry about all the ends, is I'm kind of outlining each petal, and then I'm going to fill it in and complete it with all the colors, and then do the next petal. And that one's goal is also 5%. The next project that I worked on is Elephant Mandala. This is also Cross Stitch Collectibles, and its goal is 30%. And I've been working here on the underbelly of the elephant. And again, I'm only doing these darker blue colors. I finished all of the tail colors. They're all zeroed out. And I'm going to try to zero out these dark blue colors before I move on to the, I believe it's a red section. And on this project, I got 1,142 stitches, getting it from 28.81% to 30.94%. So I am done with this one. Done with this one's goal for the year. So got to decide whether or not I'm going to work on it, or if I'm going to set it aside. The next project I worked on is the kind of Four Sisters project that I started. Is a mirror. This one I charted myself through Pictopat. It's some pictures I found online. The artist is a Keith Mallet. And here I am. And I was working down here. I finished her arm, her dress. I'm almost done with this page. There's a few spots up here and here. But I'm going to get to those. I'm going to go to the next page, and as I work down, I will finish those sections off. And this one, what was its goal? Its goal is 15%. And I did 1,023 stitches. This is a 22 count Hardanger 1/1 full cross. I got it from 9.43% to 10.83% complete. Almost to its goal. Okay. The next project is Solar System. Okay. This is Solar System. This is charted by Pain Free Crafts. Artist is Adrian Chesterman. And this is where I've gotten on this. Its goal is 15%. And I did 1,096 stitches on this. Getting it from 12.91% to 13.85% complete. And I'm almost to this one's goal. Only a couple more sessions, I believe. And the way I'm working on this one is I'm just kind of taking these colors all the way around the sun, working them up or down. And so I'm into this like dark red will be the next color that I work up around. And see, there's these browns that will go around, and then I'll be done with the sun, and I'll probably come back down into this page here. I think there's a little tiny like galaxy looking shape down here that I'm going to work on after that. Okay. The next project I worked on is Swinging Under the Moon. This is another chart by Stitching Jewels Designs. This one's goal is 25%. And I did 1,000 stitches exactly on this one. I finished this row, came down here. I'm just filling in the moon, kind of going row by row, crossed, 10 by 10. I got it from 24.04% to 26.56%. So this is another one that's reached its goal. Got to decide whether or not I want to continue working on this. I do really enjoy working on this project. Okay. The last project that I worked on, and that one, Solar System, I forgot, is 18 count, 2/1 full cross. And Swinging Under the Moon is 22 count Hardanger 1/1 full cross. The next project that I worked on is Tree in the Mist. And this is charted by Cross Stitch Collectibles. This is where I've gotten. The goal on this project is 5%. And I did exactly 1,000 stitches. I got it from 2.88% to 3.85%. Almost to its goal. And it's just nothing but blue on this project again. There are different shades of blue. There's about probably maybe 5 different colors of blue on this page. As you can tell, it's kind of a dark over here, and it's kind of lighter up in this section. You can kind of see it, but it's very subtle. So it's kind of, sometimes it gets boring working on this, but it is very quick to get the stitches done. So. All right, and that was my last project. Hopefully this month I can get through all of them once again. Still got to decide on the ones that I've reached my goal, if I want to continue to work on those. I'm thinking of setting them aside and trying to do their thought, like trying to pick, what am I trying to say? Trying to take the 1,000 stitches that I would have worked on them and putting it into another one. So getting 2,000 on a project. But I might have to break that up because I do get tired of them about after 1,000-ish stitches. So I'll probably pick it up. I'll probably do 1,000 on the project, pick another project to do, and then pick that other project back up to do the second 1,000. If I do end up doing it that way, I'm just trying to decide. So But that's all for me today, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for joining me, and you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.